All right. Test, test. Can you hear me? Before we do anything, can you hear me? I'll push start. Am I being heard or not? Is the question. Yes. Okay. Then we're good. I'm scared. Where is my mother? Mommy, help. Is that what Astral's mommy does?
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
I do apologize for being late. I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
Well then. Alright, what do I want to learn? One etiquette, one logic, one etiquette, or one science, one linguistics, and one erudition. Probably that one, because it's 3 different things. Wait, I can read 2? Ooh. Well, science, linguistics, and erudition are the ones I could get a point in. But I don't know if I have any of those. I have etiquette, logic. Etiquette. I guess I can level up etiquette if I get another in etiquette, so we'll just do that. There. So how goes Astral in this fine 3rd of October?
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. Unfortunately, I am now confronted with another problem, which I would rather have done without. You see, last night, Miss Adams also went missing.
And why is that? Can you tell me more?
I'm doing good. Hungry,
I had
but I'm
my
eating while I
people
play.
searching for her
So
all over the island.
pain is not.
Alas, to no avail. It so happens that both her mental and her physical health are extremely fragile. I'm worried that the same thing happened to her as to your mother. Also, I would appreciate it very much if you could tell me what you were doing on the floor in her room in the early hours
It's
of
quite
the
normal.
morning.
I can explain everything.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. You see, Sir Gregory is about to arrive, and he's taken Elizabeth's disappearance very, very seriously. Please, reassure him so that we can talk about your mother.
Uh-oh. Rot-row.
William, I would like to see you a moment before we begin. In private.
Let's step outside a moment. Louis, This'll only take a few moments.
I'm gonna play it safe.
Better not make myself look more suspicious than I already do.
I think I had something to do with it, like he just said.
Good evening, Monsieur de Richet.
Likewise, Sir Gregory.
Well then, let us begin.
Gregory, Louis told me we needn't be concerned.
Of course. Monsieur de Richet, the situation seems to escape your grasp, so I won't beat about the bush. Did you kill Elizabeth Adams?
Did I kill her? What?
What? Elizabeth is dead?
No, now let us remain calm. We do not yet know, Gregory, precisely what has happened to our poor Elizabeth.
I beg your pardon? So what are you accusing me of then?
We must remain calm, Gregory. We have found no evidence that would suggest that Elizabeth has been murdered. For the time being, she has only disappeared. Let's stick to the facts, if you please.
Well, where is she then?
I guess?
Technically, I'm simply incapable of telling you where she might be. And we never talked about her destination. What I can say is that the last time I saw Elizabeth, she was in her room, and she just decided to leave the island.
Gregory, you must admit that just because Louis doesn't know what is, does not prove that something's happened to her.
Damnation, William. This is a fiasco. Sir, you don't seem to realize just how serious this is.
Let's try and remain calm, Gregory.
Remain calm, Master Sailor.
In any case, it would be far better if Elizabeth really has left the island, as Louis says. Why do you think she wanted to leave?
Oh man. I don't want to say I told her to. She felt trapped here.
She was terrorized by my mother's presence here. Just the thought of coming face to face with her was unbearable.
Did she tell you why?
Yes, she brought the subject up.
I'm sorry, Louis. It couldn't have been easy to hear.
For your sake, I sincerely hope that she got there safely.
Hey, we
Monsieur
did it.
de Richet, I apologize if my words seemed a little abrupt.
And an achievement.
I dare not think what would happen if Elizabeth came across your mother on the island. Your generosity may well cost you dearly.
I understand, my lord. I certainly regret it.
You don't need us for any of this. So come along, Monsieur Peru. We are leaving.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
I'd like to answer the cat, but unfortunately, I'm increasingly worried that she's, in fact, the mouse.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far. Yet he told me that you had spoken, and that you hadn't been able to reach an understanding.
That's putting it mildly. Monsieur Bonaparte is one of those guys who only understands people who think like he does.
Ah, I see what you mean. He is indeed rather inflexible when it comes to certain subjects. But I am still of the opinion that you can manage to get along.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure they follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having the support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to know about. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
If only my mother had trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I am sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Her not coming back to the manor after so long makes me wonder if she's wary of someone.
But whom? The only ones who were present during her stay were Sir Gregory, Duchess Hillsborough, Mr. von Wollner, and myself.
You forget Elizabeth Adams, my lord.
That's true. But Gregory and I arranged it so that they wouldn't run into each other. I thought it had worked. Do you think that your mother felt she was in danger because of Elizabeth?
It's possible.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Is Astro
As
missing?
soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Man, I'm too dumb to say any of this stuff.
My mother must have undoubtedly taken great pleasure in these exchanges. She always was one to appreciate broadening her knowledge. I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know. But I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Disappeared. Your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs.
Thank you.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
Oh man, I get a walk. Alright, can't go back. Any like things to pick up? Any astrals to sailor? You are indeed.
They're burnt
I know you're
papers in the
fascinated with
chimney.
boats.
There's a legible fragment left. Her handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Oh, my inventory's still full. The man with the sword.
Dante's Paradise.
And Astral, do you have a
Raise your
sword?
head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortar world must ripen in our rays.
Saint Book to Damascus. by
Feels bad,
Caravaggio.
man.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
That's all I can do right now. I'm not smart with that kind of stuff, I guess. Oh, there's something here. Coins. Ah, yeah. Still don't know what they're for.
There are burnt papers in the chimney.
I already did this. I thought there was something else.
There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. We must
like
find
I've
a
already
safer
heard
way
this.
to communicate. Someone is onto
Feels
us.
bad, man.
Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Be suspicious of. I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of
This is
riddles
fun.
there.
Alright. Don't click on that again. That's the new rule.
What is this disc?
I guess I'm just gonna take it. Like, would you expect me to just leave it there? Thinking face emoji? It's like the only thing in this place I can do. I'm dumb when it comes to all the other stuff, I guess. Alright, let's go to the next room. I can go to this way.
The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
Force it open? Let's be logical, I guess, because it doesn't cost me anything.
I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor. The door was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it? We'll see if it works.
Wowee.
It's open.
Yeah, it is. He's not lying. It is open.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Air. Arg. I don't have anything I can do.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Hey. Coins.
The New Testament.
Uh-oh. It's a lot of stuff. Have to read all of it? Oh my gosh.
This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord. A volume of the Gutenberg Bible. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in Jordan.
I wonder if any of this stuff has like hints, because this is a lot. Like a lot.
guess I'll just come back later.
I'll worry about that after I finish the room, I guess.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
That wasn't a very helpful observation, man. Uh-oh, my batteries are low. I'll take care of that soon, too. What did I just get? A book. Yay!
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the apostles.
No, dust.
Guido Rini. Crystals.
He always gets so smug when he finds one of those.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer.
Somewhere.
This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. What does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere. It must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
All right.
Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the
Wait,
world,
I saw
and
11:11.
death by
That's what
sin.
it is.
And so death passed upon
I don't think I went through all
men,
of these.
for all have sinned.
Yeah, Paul. It's right there. 11:11.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh wait, a note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the 2 groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that? I guess I'll just come back later. Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Oh no, not dust. Again.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer. The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean? They should add a companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one Mother set up with the pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies?
I still think it's
Several
this.
portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone
Maybe not,
touched this
though.
commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
At least not yet. It's not like one to the right. Could be like one of them. I don't know.
There's nothing worth noticing here. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. No, nothing of value here. Finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust, 8 in all. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it moved for months, if not years.
Thing but the dust.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
Choice already made. You can't inspect anything around here, right?
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hard dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. A small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. How Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
Classic Astral Sailor. Making me click on the thing twice. I don't have anything else here. I guess.
There's something else behind this painting. It said half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
Great, I can't do any these things again. Still dumb. Sleeping? I might as well do it again.
Add a companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one Mother set up with the pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies?
You saying you like sleep? Doesn't have a beard, ... I have a beard. Wow! Checked everything else in here. Is it in the other room? Can't do anything, right?
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
No key. Astral wants to sleep, but then he was like, ooh, and he's like, man, now I have to stay up for 3 hours.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
I can't do either of these either.
St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
No sleep. Sleep in 3 hours, give or take. OP.
This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up.
Just
Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
number 4. Great, I got the number 4. That's my intel I have, I guess. Anything else to say about this?
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Four. Again, I'm guessing it has to do something with those ones that are covered, but I could very well be wrong. That's all that's really in here. These things over here. There's the 4th one, right?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
It's not that. Honestly, I'm trying to think. 4. Is there something in this book about 4 now?
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit.
Man, my notes is just this. So this, but
They should
Let's
add
go
a
through this again.
companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one Mother set up with the pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies?
the surroundings, because
Little
the drawers,
characters
there's
are
a
engraved
thing,
on
but
the
I can't
chest
read
of
it.
Drawers under the urn. Just sentence in Hebrew. There's nothing worth noticing here.
This is tough. My brain hurts. No.
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust.
So 8 and 4.
8 in all.
Maybe 8, 4, 4, 8 or something?
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
I'm not sure. 4, 8? Is there something here?
And so it was
Didn't
that,
wanna click on that.
while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered.
Give me a second. Let's go back to looking. 4, 8 or 8, 4. There's a lot to look through. 3, 8, 4, 18.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
It wasn't anything. Boy. Those 4 A's are like an 8, 4 too. Might have nothing to do with this, honestly. Oh man.
I guess I'll just come back later.
What do we got? Journal. This is all we got for notes, is it? Oh boy. Astral, are you awake yet? I'm glad you found this note. Pick up the package, hide it, hidden behind. So just behind this, but it's not. Oh my god, are you serious? I can hold that over or something? Time? I can observe it on this side?
Several portraits of apostles.
No, it's the same
all
thing,
signed
never
by
mind.
Guido Pliny. Looks like someone this commode recently. Their fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
I got excited. Preemptive excitement. You're never awake. I'm gonna have to search everything again and see if I missed a clue or something. It's like really the only plan I can think of right now. There's so much stuff going on.
Dante's
We read
Paradise.
this multiple times.
Raise your head and be reassured. Here from the mortal world must rise.
I'm stuck at all like the first one. I'm already confuzzled. Alright. Are we at the point where I actually like write things down? I feel like we might be at that point. Let's go back here.
St. Paul
Through it.
Caravaggio.
Let's go through all of this.
Caravaggio attained magnificent black and the play of colors too. Paul faces the curtains of his lips being raised and receives the light from his Savior. St. Paul is the only saint twice in these
I guess it could be
paintings
something with
compared to the other apostles.
because of this.
How come?
Because I
This
haven't.
painting has been hanging here for some time. A lot of dust is built up on it.
Astral, give me your
While a
power.
finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
Number here. Paul 4 maybe? I don't know what 4 has to do with that. I'm glad that's the first part of this episode still. Paul, is there something with Paul and 4 in here? Paul is the one who knows a lot of stuff. So.
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
I don't think that helped me at all. Wait. I might have just thought of something. If I can find the number, if it doesn't, then it's not what.
In him God has chosen us before the foundation of the world, that we may be holy and blameless before him.
That definitely wasn't. I didn't think that was it. That wasn't my idea, but it was semi-close, so I figured I'd go for it.
I guess I'll just come back later. It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni.
That helped me.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
1 left, 3 right.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard.
It doesn't help. already thought about it. I've done this like 4 times.
They should add a companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one Mother set up with the pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies?
Are we just gonna read every single thing in the book?
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
Help.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
Also didn't help. I've already looked at surroundings multiple times. I meant, or is there something in the book still?
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
Did I not mark this? Have I not read this one
St.
since
Paul
then?
is shown holding a sword.
I don't remember. I know this is the sword one.
Strange.
It's the
There's
11
hardly
one,
any
whatever.
dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean? Strange. St. Paul is shown twice, unlike the other disciples.
What does that have to do with that?
Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle. So we have the figure 11.
I've already
twice
figured out that part.
underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A
I already got
text
the
from
11,
Paul
man.
must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe? Strange. St. Paul is shown twice, unlike the other disciples.
I'm honestly like partially tempted to just like start going through everything in the book. I'm clearly missing something. I don't know how long it would take, but I feel like that would be faster than what I'm doing currently. 1, 3. I have a 4. I have a 4 and a 1 to the left, 3 to the right. I don't know. Astral, give me your power. And I can't read these. That. There's still just nothing here. Can't open that.
Portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like
I don't
someone
know
touched
the
this
power
wound
to
recently.
figure out what I'm
Fingerprints in
doing.
the sheets and in the dust.
So you can't do anything without being able to read those, right? Inspect the surroundings.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. Sentence in Hebrew.
I can't read that. So it's just useless to me. Oh my gosh. Do I just like brute force look at this point? I don't know what to do. It's been so long. I've checked everything like 4 times each, and whatever the clue is just not clicking with me right now. Pick up your package. Hide behind the youngins. Help! This isn't a bad thing, like that I'm stuck. It's like actually like bang. 'Cause I just played a different puzzle game before and I like kind of blazed through it and now I'm stuck. It's just weird. I don't know, man. Something 1-3. I wish I had like a way to like just remember everything without having to constantly read it. So Astral, you got any ideas? You like this game. You're smart, right?
Thou hast put all things under his feet, for in that
So you can go through
he
all of
put
them in this
all in
page.
subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him.
Nope. I did the top one, right? Alright.
Follow peace with
What
all
order, I
men
guess.
and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. But that which beareth thorns is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message.
Hey,
There
I
are
found
some
one.
complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent.
I was just doing
What's
the
happening at
Hebrew
your
one
end?
because
Do you need
the
help?
language of the thing
If tonight
I
is
couldn't
not
read.
possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the
Oh
situation.
my god. I'm
When
just
Paul understood that only the acts counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul. Several
I always
portraits
think
of
everything is
apostles,
these ones.
all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. Their fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
It's nothing to do with that one. Oh my god, I got one step further and I don't know if it helped at all. The only clue I went off of was the fact that the thing over there was in Hebrew that I couldn't read. So like I was scrolling through and I saw Hebrew. I was like, hey, maybe it's that.
St. Paul, Damascus, by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. A finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
Four. That's all I got here still is 4. I don't even know if the 4.
St. Paul is the only saint to be presented in
Song with 4 in it.
contrary to the apostles. How
Ready
come?
for me to just go read everything that has a 4 in it? Like 4, 14, 24, any number like that, just go through all the 4s?
This painting has been hanging here for a long time.
That's what I already did.
Dust is built up on it.
Help me.
Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer.
It's a 4.
I
I've
can
already
read
read
the
this.
number
I keep pushing the same
4.
Nothing new came up. I can't do nothing here.
St. Paul.
Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any... as if the painting's been cleaned
Yeah,
recently.
nothing new. This is all. I'm
Paul
so
inscription engraved on
lost.
the
I'm just gonna do
frame.
the forward thing too.
Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims. Just above that, someone's written down the figure on the painting and underlined twice. No, what does that mean? Strange. St. Paul is shown twice, unlike the other disciples.
The left, the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Back on his tracks to his left. To his left would be over here. Was this the other one?
There's something else behind this painting. It says...
It was just
"Half
here the whole
of
time.
each
How did you
group
not find that
will join
before?
The first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean? There's something else behind this painting.
Just grab
It
that
says,
out.
half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean? On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean? Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are
Just look at
fingerprints on
the
the sheets and in
fingerprints.
the dust.
Why does he not look at it? Just check it out. Every time. He's gonna check it out in like 2 steps. I'll be like, why didn't you check that out like 10 minutes ago? Going crazy.
There's nothing worth noticing here. No, nothing of value here.
That didn't change, okay.
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the
8.
dust. 8 in all.
Still, I have an 8 and I have a 4. I don't understand.
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Let's just start with 4s and 8s? I don't know. That's like all I have to go off of right now. I don't have any intel, man. I'm stumped.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
I'm not gonna do that again because there's nothing new here. Alright. We're doing it, guys. We're literally just 4ing it up. I don't know what else to tell you. There's a 4
And
there.
as they did eat,
If
Jesus
there's a
took
4, I'm
bread
reading.
and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them.
This is
and
literally my
said,
strat,
"Take,
Astral.
eat. This is my body."
No 4. There's a 4.
And so many came and couldn't find the body of the Lord Jesus.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew and chief of the priests which did so.
Nope.
For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
I feel like this episode might take me forever because of this one puzzle.
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
It's 418, right? Is it here? 418. There's an 8 here. No, we're on 4. We're not an 8. We're doing 4 first. No 4. 4, 8.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Nope. There's a 4
Do
here.
all things without murmurings and disputes.
Okay. There's 2, 3, 4s. Oh,
This
goody.
I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. In him God has chosen us before the foundation of the world, that we may be holy and blameless before him.
Was that one? There's 2 4s in here.
Follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men.
I think that's all of it for this one.
What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him?
I'm starting to doubt my strategy here.
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note.
Oh my god, there's a note!
Carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
I can't believe that strategy actually worked. I dumbed that. This is an angel, isn't it?
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the of an angel. There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
You're not wrong. Corinth? That's all the angel guy had is Corinth.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido
Matthew.
Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord,
So
transmitting
an
spirit,
angel,
who appears here in the guise of
Apostle.
an angel.
I'm guessing that's who it is. I could be wrong. Apostles. This is apostles up here. It's not a saint. It's an apostle, right? I'm just gonna go through all
And
of
suddenly
these.
there came a sound from heaven like a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
Nope. If it's not any of these, we'll figure out after.
And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and chief of the priests which did so.
Oh, I already saw that. I already read that one too. I think.
Came very hungry, and would have eaten. While they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a
Oh
note
my
here.
god, I unlocked
A
something.
message from Mother
Oh my
in
God.
reply to E.
Oh my god, I
We
leveled
must
up.
leave urgently.
Am I done?
But first, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease
God,
all
Astral
communication
works.
until we meet.
Skull bash.
Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
Nightmare. It's probably with the paintings here.
Clearly,
literally.
she must be trying to do something useful, but
I don't
the
know.
what? The nightmare. Does that remind me of anything? Well, if it's a concept, I've got no idea what it is. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
I guess I was wrong, question mark. I have no idea. I figured in my head, I was like, nightmare, one of these paintings? Some of these paintings are nightmare-y, right? In this house. Alright, we're leaving. That was the episode. You have cleared your name. I discovered her message. I did not understand her message. I could have found a conversation between my mother and her partner. Apparently I didn't find the conversation they had because I messed up and I was just super confused. I could have searched his study. I tried to go back up and it didn't let you. How could I have searched his study? I guess it's if I would have choose to look at the thing. Never mind, I get it. That's not failed, that's alternate. Well, okay. I feel like I didn't do that episode great, but we're making progress. I guess. Question mark? Uh... Alright, controller back. I'm trying to decide, do I like it? I can't level these up even, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna put it all into this again, try to build them up. Yes. I'm so lost, guys. I got an achievement. I don't think I did that right at all. I feel like I messed up on everything, but we won. Diversion, etiquette, logic. Well, I have etiquette now. Diversion. I guess diversion and logic?
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
You are expected in the small salon, sir. You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Going! I feel like I flubbed that episode hard. Brain still hurts a little. I don't even think about it now. I have no idea what I could have done to fix it. Or done better. Like I looked over every clue like 5 times each, and I just brute forced the number 4, and it led me to apostles, which led me to the last one. So the first step I fixed that was free. The second step took me a while, and I just got lucky. Thinking, oh, it's in Hebrew. I'm gonna read the Hebrew pages. Third step, I was like, I'm just literally brute force number 4 because I had run out of ideas. And the fourth step was easy because it was like apostles. I went to the apostle page. It was only 4. I read them all. So I don't know. All I know is ow. My brain.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piat.
Piat. This is my room here, right? You can't go in it.
Duke Manuel Godot.
Guess I'm not going that way because he's cleaning.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay. I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
It might be a place, I don't know where, but it's a lead.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very well, being a frequent visitor here.
Thanks for the advice. Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Oh god.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother
Nice.
tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see. Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What?
Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh, dear.
As if...
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you too.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
They get
I'm
one thing wrong.
concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
To hear you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
The cat's out of the bag now. More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book, which might have been of interest to me, and she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology. You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
Oh man, I feel like that's not good.
I found one.
Quite old? With locks on every chapter?
Oh no. I'm sorry, sir. This one is the Mysterium Cosmographicum, a book she is particularly fond of.
Oh, no. That's not the one.
Poor man's disgusted. I shouldn't play with his nerves.
Look again.
You seem very upset.
Is it so important to you, this
Oh man.
book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it
scared
seems
now.
to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchardt in Paris. Do you know him?
Oof. This is gonna take all my points, but I feel like it's the right call. I don't know time.
I've never heard of him. I'm sorry. I haven't been much help to you.
Well, too bad.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
I panicked.
And so do I.
It was right.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Volner. You're the one who von Borchardt was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Oh man. It's home or Mortimer or I'm gonna go with the curveball.
It's Sir Gregory.
Correct. You ought to know then. He is not a man who likes to be duped. You are walking on this, sir.
I was right. I didn't look into who the characters were based off name, but the curveball was right. I did it! Alright, let's eat a jelly. Back some stuff. What's down there? A coin. There's something again up there.
Chronicles of the Amber
Alright,
Princess. As I recall, Birkin was my favorite character.
What's these do? Gear's negative. I don't have anything bad, but if I do... Okay, I'm talking to someone and freeze. Writing up or good in conversation. That left is if I get some...
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just 4 years, and each one more prestigious than the one before.
You don't think he deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view. Would you have any more information about the conference
Astro
Lord
fall
Mortimer
asleep?
spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Does expression go beyond the night mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed. That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
All good, I was just wondering if you fell asleep.
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
I'm just happy I'm not stuck in a puzzle right now. I like puzzles. It's just that one confused me. I don't know if I did. I think I must have. I honestly still think I like missed a step or something went over my head. Because I have no idea how I actually did parts that I did. It just kind of happened. But outside of that, I'm still liking the game. It's not bad at all. It's just I wasn't expecting a big puzzle like that, especially to start this episode. Like episode 1 had like a couple little puzzles that were a lot easier. I didn't realize I had to play this. No.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you...
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir.
I believe it is a precious stone.
Still can't do these. I don't want anything else.
As I was
Yes,
unable to
again.
bring my personal
I want to,
effects with me, I was
manuscript.
wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
I'm not gonna spend that much right now. Yeah.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
I wonder what promise Lord Mortimer could have made to make him agree to come here, given the circumstances.
Who knows?
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see, everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Boom. We can go this way. Hooah! There's butterflies just flying around over here. Is it a blue? Oink.
Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
We'll talk to you eventually. Let's see what else is over here, if anything. Keep going, there's a lot. Do I have a key for this thing yet? Negative. Let's go talk to our buddy, I guess. He said he might know, so.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King Louis, but he did everything to put himself there.
Louis, how can you say such a thing? Even if France rejects the church, you don't go and behead a person of high status. They always serve our cause better alive than dead.
You didn't like logic.
It's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Well, I mean, if it were a place or an object found on this island, what would you think of first?
The nightmare. No, I don't see anything. I'm sorry.
Well, that's too bad.
Ah, wait. I suppose it might be that horrible painting hanging in Lord Mortimer's study.
Pretend not to be that interested. Right. Well, don't worry about it. I was just curious. Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
You're welcome. Astral Sailor. Let's go everywhere we can go still anyways. Yeah, I'm hurt. What's the thing I need to eat to get out of that? Negative. It's this elixir one. What direction is that? So that's left. Is that the thing I can grab over here? No. Just grab that too. Get free use out of this.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Yeah, I got a jelly back. See, good thing I ate random items to make room, and it does help. And yeah, I'll still do episode 3 and 4 of this game itself. I'm only going to do episode 2 today, but I will still do the other episodes. And 5 isn't out yet, but hopefully I'll do that around when it comes out. I think it's still supposed to be later this year. I could be wrong. Alright, we can get up. We're looking a little fancy. Is this a study? I don't think this is a study, is it? No, this is the portrait gallery. There's that secret room, though. Can I go back in that secret room? I never got to fully explore it. No, I can't mess with the secret stuff anymore. Can I open this? I don't think I can open these little ones at all. There's nothing in here. Yeah, let's go. Devil's Thorn. Oh, guess I can take a Devil's Thorn too. It only lasts for 2 minutes. I thought it was my next conversation. Oh, I just wasted
Golden
that.
elixir. Consume without excess.
Rip. Oh well, it's all good. I wasted it. I need to go upstairs, right? So. This is his office. His office is study. Yes.
So, what did my mother mean going beyond the nightmare?
It's a hole. That could have been bad. Coin! Yay, a new room. I can't take any of this stuff. I don't want to eat more. What's this?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Arson? That could be anything. Assuming it's over there, so I'm gonna explore the outer sides first. Is that chest I can open? There's just more items I can't take. Hello.
Book of the Mortimer family.
Astral still enjoying this game? I am. I'm not. I mean, I still like the game. The style of that puzzle was a little weird to me based on how the rest of the game was, but outside of that, the rest of the seems pretty much the same
What
as
does
the
your
last
mind
episode,
presume to
which
flight
I like.
when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Now Astral fell asleep. Hey, a book. Why would you take these?
Might come in handy.
How would berries come in handy? Whatever. What? Indeed.
Let's take a closer look.
Take chalk.
Dark chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
I can't do anything.
mina bird.
I'll take care of that later.
No, what have we got here? Oh, it looks like a model. A model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Because you said a bad word. Silly. Kappa.
It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research. The Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
Now, you just said Astral. It's not banned. See, you're fine.
A family ancestor, apparently. A mina bird. Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah? Well, Waldo, is your master good? Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here? Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I'm expecting.
I don't really think giving a bird chocolate's a good idea. Does he say it again if I do this?
Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here?
Alright, well, I gave him berries. And he said, Sarah, no! Sarah, no! Astro Sailor's over there crying. Guess who's looking at the paint?
A painting about a siege, dated.
Waldo?
It looks like a war painting. Oh, it's dated.
The Night Air.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli, 1981. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now I just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Yeah, probably that key puzzle thing you said you didn't want to solve. Boy. Where's something with that? You must remember to subtract 4,000 years. William Alexander Mortimer. LWAM. 4 letters. Let's do it. What's this? Oh. Rip. Oh no.
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Help. More puzzles. My brain. It's already all mushy. Alright, we're gonna go and put LWAM over here first of all. Where was that chest thing? Was it back here?
Which 4-letter word could open this chest?
Alright, it's not that, because you only have a certain answer. We only have a certain amount of letters you can pick. Curse. Zeus. Ha! See, messing around. I figured it out. Yeah, Zeus is all over this place. Oh yeah, handwritten notes. Oh, was that actually like a book thing? Yeah. Cool. We figured it out, guys. It was Zeus. Zeus!
Now, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's like Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes.
I'm guessing it has something to do with the years of the paintings, but it says right here, subtract 4. Well, 1792 is that. We'll try that first of all. I have a free one.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Marker on number 1 on the second roller. So something with a 1 there. Let's go get these paintings.
Hey, there are 2 dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
So 1154 or 5154?
Well, got it wrong. Doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
I can't do any of that junk.
William Alexander Mortimer the First. The 12th
probably this
month
one.
of Anno Lucis. 5190. That's a funny date.
I'm not analyzing it for 5. It's not worth it. Sorry.
Damn it. It doesn't work.
No?
5,190. I was pretty sure it was right.
Oh, you do the 4,000
I
years?
didn't use the right dating system.
Is that what it is? I like how he says that as a tip too, but it's what, 4,000 years ahead? Subtract 4,000.
Doesn't work, damn it. I really thought I was close. 1,190. Isn't the right date when you subtract 4,000?
Okay,
I
it's
must
just
have missed
about
a subtle
March, not January. Let's go check this again. We're on this. We're figuring it out slowly.
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis. 5,190. That's a funny date.
5,190, 12th month. So to
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model. A model of a lock.
March, not
It's like
January.
Mortimer is fond of complicating
March
things
is
sometimes.
the 1st. So February would be the 12th. Okay.
Open sesame.
I'm expecting him to like come in and yell at me now or something. That's how it works. Creepy.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer.
Alright. Persuade Washington not to sign the Slave Act. Must absolutely legislate, not allow every state to choose. Say hello to my daughter. Interesting, guys.
It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
Confiscated, I'm imprisoned, if by chance you can.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by
Nice.
constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he? This shows the forces present in America.
Plague that's decimating our country. Be very careful. Disease all over France. Interesting. This one?
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants. It's locked. A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Alright, alright. We're kinda making progress-ish. Is that a note I can read? Alright, well, I think we ran all the way around. Yep. That's the little note in the middle. Is there something here? If you have the courage to face me.
This is my
alone.
mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional.
I'm not gonna be able to
Looks like
explore
a
the back part
decorative
now.
sword, like
It's bad, man.
from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Alright, let's go over here before we go back. Oof, there's a lot of stuff I can push in.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Books are good. Books are good.
What is strange about this table? The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection.
Discovered immunity, Lord Mortimer, science. Good thing I'm not scientifical. What's this box cube thing?
Looks like obsidian or onyx.
It must weigh a
It must
ton.
weigh a ton. These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
They are feathers.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
Hey, it's Gustav. Well. Thinking face emoji. Letter from Gustav, irony. His hand got cut off by trying to open it. Thinking face emoji times 2.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
I like any of these keys.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
No, we're immune to science.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of...
I don't have a second key here yet. It is still die to begin in October. Thomas Jefferson. There's a key somewhere still. I don't know if it would be here.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. 3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, Temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the Chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Okay, good thing I spent a point on it. The tiger is dying. As possible. The French, I can hold them off much longer. I have to find if there's another key here. I already read that. I don't know if I'll be coming back here.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
I can't do that. Find the key, guys. I don't think it's here. Check that, check that, check that, check that, check that, check that. Yep, there's... Yep. Homing thing.
An iron mask. I wonder.
It's complete. Hey Major, how are you? I have been pretty good, thank you for asking. It's yourself. I don't think I can get a key anywhere in here, guys. I don't think we're opening that box, which is fine. Maybe we do come back here again, I don't know. I don't know. Working and gaming a little. Well, that's good you've been able to game a little. Last time you were here, you said you couldn't really do much at all.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm guessing I do have to come back here eventually, so we're gonna hope that is the case. And I'll find the key later. 'Cause there's a lot of items in here I can grab eventually too. I read this one? Yes. Yes. Let's leave, I guess. Where do you get caught?
Oh shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
Uh-oh. Find a way out. Uh-oh. I'm guessing the way out's a different answer too. Oh. Oh boy, we're stuck. We're stuck, guys.
Of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor.
What have you been playing?
He says, possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
There's a bunch of numbers here, but it doesn't help. Destiny 2, gotcha.
It's locked.
What's with all the puzzles all of a sudden in this episode? Nothing I said on here would give help, right? I guess we'll go back in here. None of these have like dates or anything that I can see.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual Von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the ages to get one of those.
I think I saw
A
this.
table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Very little Fortnite. I haven't been playing much Fortnite myself. It's still fun, it's just... Played a lot. How's Ring of Elysium, though? I've seen a lot. I've only seen like 1 or 2 people stream it a little.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything. Something strange about this table.
I'm waiting for Zeus's Battleground myself.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plate is anything to go by. These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
It's free on PC? Yeah. I saw that it was a free-to-play game. I doubt my PC could run it. I don't really have a gaming PC that much, but gotcha. I'm just happy to see a lot of like battle royales coming out in general. Even if it's probably a genre I already know I won't play as much as I used to, because I want to get back to a lot of these like story and actual beatable games, but I do want to try them out. I don't know
Chest
what to
with
do.
a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for.
Something in here has to have some kind of intel that I missed, right? I know most of them are coming to console battle royales. I mean, I don't know that one really. They haven't said much like with Elysium, but Zeus's Battleground's coming to Xbox. We got Realm Royale soon. Obviously, Battlefield and CODs both are. It sucks. Especially how they handled it. I liked most of the games I played of theirs. They weren't like my super favorite or anything. They weren't bad. I liked their old stuff too, like Sam and Max. So I liked that. I liked the poker games. I liked Borderlands. The biggest thing that bummed me out is the Wolf Among Us 2 getting canceled as of right now. Someone else picks it up because I loved the first
Weakness
one.
of the human psyche.
Yeah, I played the
by
demo
Guillaume
for it. I don't even like COD, and I had fun. I don't like COD normal multiplayer. I should say that much. But I might get that for the Battle Royale and Zombies. Not fully sure yet, but the beta demo was fun. Whatever. Is there like a number or something on one of these? He's talking about the Europe one, right? This isn't Europe, obviously. I mean, this one didn't say anything. I remember the
This
Europe
shows
one
the
said
forces
something.
present in America.
I'm excited for the Battlefield one too, just because I like Battlefield gameplay. I liked both of the games beta gameplay. Oh man. Africa. I guess I can look.
It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector.
Yeah, I
Looks
want to
like
play
there
that
are
at
also
some
many
point. I don't know when I'll get
unknowns even
around
for
to it because
Mortimer.
there's so much, but I definitely want to play it. It looks great. I kind of want to buy the James Bond car pack too, I won't lie. The DLC for it. I like James Bond.
Fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
So that's it. I'm missing something again.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by
Yeah.
enemies.
I haven't really
However,
seen much on
a
it, but I
large
read
number
that it
has
was
been
coming out.
underlined in bold. 26
They're doing a
million.
lot.
I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All
26
our neighbors
million.
have far fewer inhabitants.
I don't really know what that... Played a little bit of the new season, not like a super lot, but I did play a little bit. I got the pass because I had the V-Bucks still. It's still fun, I just played way too much. Oh my god, why am I yawning so much? I'm just surprised so many people are playing it as much as they are still now. Like, I feel like I played it for a good amount of time, for a lot, and there's a lot of people who are just still playing it non-stop. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how to get out of here, dude. Remember, there's something if I mess up, you could be wrong, or I don't know. Help. Did you complete last? I got to level 100 on the last season. Don't know what to do here.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
I can't do any of these things because I'm dumb.
Looks like the same as the one on the other side.
Yeah, thanks for saying that twice. I have no idea. Where do I find this number? Last guy's stuff. Yeah, I didn't get the last guy's stuff either. But if you unlocked the last character, you can unlock his stuff this season still. Like, they changed it. As long as you get to rank 100, you can unlock the character. My character doesn't have any of these skills. What? I'm missing a number somewhere. Just anywhere, like a number or a year or something. Oh man. It's the second one that's gonna stump me already today. Yeah, all the games, what is it? Freaking COD, Battlefield, Red Dead, Fallout, Soul Calibur if you care about fighting games. Some other stuff that's not like bad, but not as big too. I know I keep seeing ads for the new Lego game, which isn't like a big thing at all, because Lego games are super common, but I keep getting an ad for it. No, it's actually supposed to be like that. Where? Anywhere. Help me.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual Von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. I wonder... A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Red Dead. Yeah, I'm excited for Red Dead, even though the multiplayer is not coming out for like at least a month after. But I want to play the single player too, so it's okay. October. It's October I got.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Something strange about this table.
Does this table give away the numbers?
The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection.
Those don't look like numbers to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't read this because I'm dumb.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
There's no numbers. What am I doing?
By the name of Gustav, like on the plinth is anything to go by.
I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting Fallout or not yet, but if I do get it, obviously it'll be on Xbox, but I don't know if I will or not.
Your right hand is missing.
I feel, am I missing a key or something?
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Help! Oh, you pre-ordered? Nice. Yeah, I'm just not sure yet. I kind of like what you said. There's all the games are coming out. I have to decide like which ones I want to get and not, because I don't even know if I'm gonna have time for all of them. Because there's already so many games I'm in the middle of playing now. Like I've been working on Dragon Quest, and that's like a 100-hour game, and I'm only 20 hours in. Yeah, but it does look fun. I'll get it at some point for sure if I don't get it at first. I like Fallout.
Rusty old nails.
3.
They're about 20 centimeters long.
This doesn't help. I don't know what to do. I feel like I've checked everything like 5 times again. Oof. Numbers of any of this.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Yeah, that's fair. I have Monster Hunter on Switch, but I haven't played a super lot even, just because there's so many games, but I'm okay with just playing here and there with it. Plus, I haven't paid for Switch Online yet, so... when Smash comes out, I'll probably end up doing that. Is it the same number I used to get in? I don't think so, right? Maybe? What was the number? I have to remember it was 1. The first number was 1. Wait, this one would be 1, right? It's reversed. Oh boy. No, the second number was 1. Was it? Or no, they're both 1. No. Fudge. What does he say when I look at it?
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
It's literally the same one. I don't know why it says it looks like it. It would be the same key, right? Or would it be different? Now I'm confusing myself. You get like access to NES games with online multiplayer, but you kind of just get like all of them. It's not like a per month thing. And when you're not subbed, you lose them. I think right now it's up to like 18 or 20 games or something. Think about the shape, think about the lock. I can't do any of this. Move away. I'm not gonna lower it. It even mentions, let's go read that thing again. I think it mentions something about you get locked, right? Like this thing says, if it's about this thing says something. But they are going to be adding NES games gradually as well. I have changed your lock. Drawing inspiration is difficult. Located in the middle of the door. Add a bit of spice. Yes, depending on the lineup of the wheels. Or punish the snooper. I feel like I can get punished, and I don't know what that means. I have to... Okay, so I don't want to get it wrong is the thing, but... I'm trying to remember what it was to get in. And now I remember it was... This was a 1. I'd be looking at it this way. So the one, the second one, I remember that. If you're on the other side, like you said, yeah. So that means this one should be a 1. But that's really, I'm gonna put these back at 0. I just kind of messed with them. Also looks like the numbers are backwards. So like a 9 is a 6, 6 is a 9, etc. Because this is all reversed. So I have to remember what it was from the other side. It was 5,000 minus, okay. 5,000. I just have to remember the number. Or cheating, go back on my VOD, Kappa. I don't think I wrote it down. So I wrote down the last puzzle, but I got rid of it because it confused me. It was 5,000. I remember they said like the second number has a 1 because of the marker. 5,000 minus 4,000. This one was a 1. Also a 1. 5,100. Wait, I think it was 90, but then it was minus 1. So, no. 1,000. Because it was, the last number was originally a 0, but we had to subtract a number because the year started in a. Wait. 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 I just had a moment. Now that I think about it, we'd want this 1 to be on the other side, wouldn't we? Because it would be on the other side to open. So because it was on the other side originally, we'd want it to be the same. So we don't want the 1 here, we want the 1 on the other side. Right? Or no? I think so. Yeah. You wouldn't want the 1 here. You'd want the 1 on the other side. So what's opposite of the 1? That would be the 9. Well, I guess 6, 9, whatever one you want to call it. There'd be 5 up, so it'd be the 6 right now, which is a 9 because it's flipped upside down. So it'd be the same here. Now I just have to try to remember the number. It's too much. I think it would be the 9 to be on the 1. And like I said, I think it was. I'm trying to remember. I think because the only reason I remember the last 2 numbers, the second number was a 1 for sure because it was a marker. It was year 5,000 minus 4,000, so it was 1,000. And it was 90, right? Because I had to subtract 1. Because I had to make it, or no, I added 1. I added 1, not subtract 1, because it was in. Because they have like they use the other old year system where March is the first month of the year. So I had to add 1, so it was 1. So this would also be a 1. So that would also be a 6. I think it was 9, but if I'm wrong, and even if I'm right, what would be the opposite? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be this if it is a 9, but if it's not a 9. Fudge. I wish I wrote down the number somewhere. Unless it's in like my notes. I doubt it's in my notes. No, it's not in the notes. It's pretty much just depends on if I'm right. I have to remember I did math, so that's why I remember is I had to use actual numbers. So I'm pretty sure I had to use 91. Because it was initially 90, because he even made a statement about it, like, oh, it's not right. There must be something like with the year, and then you went to go 4,000. He's like, oh, it's still not right. There must have been something little I missed, and then to add a number. I'm going with it.
This looks like the same mechanism
Yes,
as
it
the one on
does.
the other side.
Okay. Oh my god, that was... I spent so much time running around looking for something to open it that I wasn't even thinking like that at first. I had to think hard. My head hurts. No. All these puzzles. That was a good puzzle, though, actually.
Well, better not dwell on it then.
Master of Escape. Ooh, I got a trade out of it. What's that give me? 1 point in subterfuge. Cool. By yourself. I wonder if that means I could have got out of it another way, too. I wonder what happens if I was wrong. Because this is the kind of game where you have a lot of decisions that can be good or bad. But hey, look at all this random stuff I get points in. skill tree I got a little better. I have 1 point now. I need 2 more and I can actually unlock stuff. Alright, let's find the origin of the sword. Let's just get out of this room, I guess. Oh, we beat an episode. Hey, got an achievement. I didn't fail anything this episode. Nice. Last episode I failed 2 things. I did the first episode bad. I did this episode good. I met him. I got information. I found the nightmare. I got to know Waldo. I found a way of getting into the secret study. I got out without any trouble. I could have met Peru under strange circumstances if I did something differently. Alright. It's another episode down. Give me some EXP. This is a fun game. This is honestly a good game. I know you asked about Telltale. This has like some similarities, but I feel like the choices in this actually matter more. And I really like the class and skill system in this game that adds to it. Alright, I can get this to level 3. All vigilantism stuff is now just going to be free always. Cool. I could work on getting a little bit of occultism up. More manipulation, or I could just focus on my stuff. I like agility, I'm going to focus on agility. Alright, 3 manuscripts to read. Like another achievement, specialist, rare achievement, raise a skill to level 3. Politics, science, and etiquette, I guess, because those are the only 3 books I have that I can read right now. Completed this quest. Alright, there's a couple more skills. We got another talent, another achievement, Jack of all trades. Acquire 10 skills
where
in 1
the sword
game.
that came with it's
Jeez,
from.
I'm getting a bunch of
in order
stuff.
to find Mother.
Find out
You're
the order.
joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
I could spy on them. I'm not really this espionage guy. I'd probably mess up. I'm just gonna leave.
Well,
Pity, but I've got no time to lose.
Bunch of achievements. Yeah, dude. I can go back to him and talk to him anyways.
So, my son, we do for you.
Nothing in particular. I'll leave you alone.
Do you think he heard us?
don't worry.
Dun dun dun, we had some mystery by running into him. I don't really want to ask him about the sword. I stole it out of his room. Sword. Can I go in any of the rooms? I'm gonna eat a food to max out my bar. I guess. Just looking around, making sure there's nothing else. Like, I don't know where to go. Figure out the sword. Probably downstairs, looking for a statue that can hold a sword. Would be my guess. I don't remember where it would be a statue, but this is a full circle. They're up way up top. I'm only halfway. I can't get any of these rooms. Can't even go in my room. There's nothing left here because I collected it all the first episode. I'll check this door. Can I go in? No. Can I go in? No. I'm just gonna go down. Off to get lunch? Alright, man. It was nice seeing you for a bit. Hope you get something good and enjoy it. Talk to you later, bud. to look for like a statue or something. A statue, Why are you sudden?
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation and is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Excuse me, but could you perhaps help me?
That is what I am here for, sir. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm trying to find out where this sword came from.
From the garden, sir. That sword belongs to one of the statues in the garden.
Thank you very much.
Do not mention it, sir.
Follow the trail left by your mother. I have to go to the garden. The garden. I don't 100% remember which way is the garden, but I think it's over, like, is it here? Can we even go outside the garden? I would assume so, right? I'll just ask this guy to be sure. Could they give me directions?
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway you his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
Somebody says the portrait gallery? The interior guard? Let's just go that way. I don't think I can go through the front door, right? Still.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Lord. Oh, can I go like outside? Is this a garden? No. Not at all. That's the library. Great. Oh. Here. The garden would be upstairs. The balcony I can get to, yes. I'm not sure 100% how to get to this El Guardian. Is that little thing outside? It's just the... Yeah, I don't think it's just, you can't get it from here. It's just a little... I feel like this wouldn't help at all, unless I'm wrong. This is just the garden. Obviously in the... or I guess it's not the garden. This is the library. My brain's still all mush from puzzling. Hello.
Is everything all right, my young friend?
Wonderful.
Isn't that lovely? Well, see you.
Alright. Is this the garden? Nice.
The sword probably came from this garden. What could it have been used for?
No, a maze. Oh, I like mazes though. I like exploring. So this is added to the map now? Yep. So it is the middle. Okay. Makes sense-ish. What, Astral?
Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart.
Mosi. Hi, Astral. Wanna...
Let's see. A crack as long as my
Sword could go in there. Why did you say a sub? I'm confused still. I didn't get a sub. It's just a dude. I'll talk to him in a second. I'll look around a little. There's something in the corner I missed.
golden elixir.
I can't grab it. I can't even use it because I have no neck. I can grab that. I used a jelly already.
Well, Monsieur de Richet, what brings you here?
I tell you what I'm looking for, Monsieur Peru. Will you promise to keep it to yourself?
Hell no. And anybody who gives you a promise like that is an unmitigated liar. Trust no one, Monsieur de Richet, or you'll soon be a dead man. I bid you good luck. You'll need it.
Well, that went great. Well, bright side is I a gold thing from right over here that I didn't have a use for before. I have a use for it now. Look at that.
Golden elixir.
Hey.
The famous Ariana's thread, thanks to which, if I remember rightly, Theseus avoided getting lost in the labyrinth.
So is that what I'm supposed to use to get through? It goes through a wall. Excellent. Wonderful. Not this way, but I want to know what's over here if anything. Look, it was a wall again, so I ended up picking correct again. Well, I decided since I'm here. Astral, I still don't know why you said that. I'm confuzzled. I can get stuff over there.
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur. Looks like a crack is torso.
No.
I wonder if Mother managed to solve this enigma.
Don't even need that.
Minos, son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread. Hey, there's a statue.
There's a crack in all this.
The crack is in the region of the heart.
Alright, well that sounds more helpful than the rest. But I'm not going to do that yet either way. The other ones aren't in great spots.
Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos in Pasiphae.
I could remember the legend, but that also takes place.
This statue has a crack in it. The crack is thin and about as long as a finger.
As long as
I
a
should
finger
be
isn't
able to
super
thrust in my
long.
sword.
But that's a lot of person, I guess. But the other one, he says, is at the heart, which makes me think it's
Let's
that
go.
one. It's the only. I'm not going to use points. I know some. I know some stuff on all this too. It does help, but.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
So that's that. Let's go into the big middle thing. Astral, drink your water. Or else. Those are all the statues. I haven't looked at this one yet, have I?
Icarus,
Everyone else did.
son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, he came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity.
Hey, this one's... That's because I used the thing. Huh.
Hey, there's no...
That's literally all it was going to be. I'm upset I wasted that point.
Well, let's...
I knew that. I was like, oh, it's a three-pointer. No, there's no crack here. Yeah, that's the first thing I said. Grumble.
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete. She has no cracks.
Great.
All right, well, let's continue anyways.
Oh, something's happening.
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
There's a hand and a thing down here. What's down?
It's up to the just. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
That's just for
It
you.
looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it.
Oh man. Passageway, guys.
What
There's
is
a hand.
Looks like a sort of opening mechanism. Or be trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied.
Darn it. Nerd. No. How did I get that one? This one. It led to both?
Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby trapped.
Whatever.
There's a little hole at the fingers. Pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied.
Move away. Alright, well, let's go stab the guy in the heart. We can do that one, because he's in the heart. The rest are just like little crack. If I can remember to get to him. He was this way, right? No. semi-correct. Over here.
Minos. The crack is in the region of the heart.
So that's the only one that was different. The rest were hard. It goes in all. There you go. Oh, something happened. Because the other ones, like, they only go in as much as your finger. So that wouldn't have made sense. Yeah, this one goes through them. Okay, so the heart, the finger, that makes way more sense than just putting the sword in like 2 inches in the guy and be like, ooh, that makes way more sense. Okay, and it did something over here. It looked like. But now I can press it. I couldn't before. All right, let's get stabbed. Alright. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Again?
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out!
He's very angry.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
Dang. Uh-oh.
Let's see if you're in there, Mother.
Uh-oh.
Amber.
This is cool. We're down here now.
Bandages? Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes. There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there.
You know, I'll just do this because I can take one of those things.
Bandages are pretty basic. She'll be lucky if she doesn't get an infection.
It was not super worth it, but it's all good. I have the honey and
This is Circe.
another collector coin. Uh-oh. That's a dead guy. That's unfortunate. Oof.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Oof. Someone watching or we getting this weird camera angle? The first?
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are!
There's the end of that episode already. That was a really quick little mini episode compared to the others. I found my mother in the crypt. I succeeded in opening the entrance of the crypt without getting the statue wrong, so I didn't get stabbed. I could have convinced Piagi to reveal information, did not. Could have eavesdropped on them, did not. I could have inspired Peru to trust me, did the complete opposite. I didn't even level up from this one. Dang. Oh, that was the end of the episode. There's your cliffhanger, guys. I thought there was one more little thing still. I was about to say this one might take a while, because that felt like that was the third one was super short though, so it was still 3 hours. I was like, man, the first one took me like an hour, the second one took me like an hour and 20 minutes, and the third one took me 30 minutes. That's weird. That was a good one. We got a twist at the end there. I wonder what's gonna happen. Cliffhangers. I mean, it's an episodic game. That's how they work. I could play episode 3 right now, but I'm not going to because of time. But once we get to episode 4, the cliffhanger is going to be real because we have to wait months because we can't play it until 5 because 5's not out yet. I didn't like this episode as much as the first one, mainly because that first puzzle just didn't make much sense to me. But it was still a good episode. I still liked it. It just wasn't as good as the first, I feel. There was a lot of puzzles because all 3 of them had a puzzle this time. We had the first puzzle was I don't understand it. The second puzzle was the wheel, which I figured out after overthinking. The third puzzle was the statues, which was really easy because it was like 2 statues didn't have cracks. 3 statues had like 2-inch cracks, and 1 statue was like the crack goes through his heart. And it was like the only one that was different. That wasn't really a puzzle. It was just kind of like an observation. Like, oh, well, you should probably stab that guy, and then it was right. But I bet you're excited and you want to know what happens next, don't you? Like, they've still made me want to know, even if I didn't enjoy the episode as much as 1. I still liked it, and it's like, oof, I want to know what's happening. Well, episode 2 is done, though. So that's cool. 2 episodes left for now, until the 3rd is out. That's right. I was thinking it was 4, because the first one was the only one that was 4. The rest are 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so it just shows characters, because she didn't really have a lot in that episode unless it was a different path I could have picked. So I don't know if, like, the dude in the middle is going to actually have stuff to do, or if it's just showing him. The Conclave, though. That's going to be interesting. I can let you know when I do episode 3 again if you do want Astro. I don't know when it'll be. It might be soon. It might not be. I have a lot of games, like I said, to get through, but I'm not doing it right now. That was my plan, was to finish episode 2. I enjoyed it. It was a good. I still recommend this game to people if you want to try it. Like I'd say it's definitely worth giving a go. Yeah. Choose a quest. I like that I can redo any of them, like whenever. That's really cool. Because I can be like, oh, I want to know what would happen if I did the wrong statue eventually. I can just be like, boop. Instead of having to replay the whole episode, I can just play that part, you know? That's really cool to me. Like, it's not like a huge feature, but it's an awesome feature. In my opinion. I really like that. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna, let's just see if we go here. Oh, now it even shows like the cellar. All that bloody stuff in the middle. Save game 1. 1330:00. Nice. I like that. Is anyone I can host? Alright, well, I'll do episode 3 hopefully soon. Like, well, I did episode 1 last week, so at most within a week, probably, give or take. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for the follows and stuff. Appreciate it as always. I am just going to host Ryan because he's streaming. So, I will talk to you guys later. See you around. Appreciate it.